Algebra. We are going over CO45, learning more about what is going to be a big theme in this unit, polynomial expressions. And our work with Greek and Latin in lit class might actually benefit us here, because if you'll notice, all these words, which some of them might be new to you, all end in this meal. And so we're going to focus on the prefix here, okay? And the first one is a monomial. What does the prefix mono mean? What does mono mean? One, okay? And then meal kind of refers to a term. So a monomial is a one-term expression, okay? One-term expression. So that leads us to the next question is, what is a term? Okay, give me an example of a term.
Well, I was just going to ask why you made the line so long.
I don't know why I made 2 lines. Sometimes I don't know why. One-term expression. I probably had more to say, but today I just don't. Give me an example of a monomial, of a term. Yes.
15y.
15y is an example of a monomial. Give me an example of something that would not be a monomial. Just kind of get that out of the way. Kylie? Will?
15xy.
That is a monomial. Max?
15y squared.
That's a monomial. Jack?
15.
That's a monomial.
I know, 15xy.
Also a monomial. Elliot?
15x plus 15y.
15x plus 15y. Maybe I put a second line here to write something down and then cross it out. Okay. This would not be a monomial. Elliot, tell me why.
Because it has 2 terms in it.
Because it has 2 terms in it. So what separates terms?
A plus sign.
Maybe that's why I put the 2 lines there.
Symbol.
Terms are separated. Here we go.
By symbol.
Terms are separated by addition or subtraction. Okay? Terms are separated by addition or subtraction. So as long as you are multiplying or dividing here, you're dealing with a single term expression. So someone brought up, I don't remember what the coefficient was, but something like 7xy squared. It's important to remember that between the 7 and the x and the y squared, you're just multiplying there. Thus, it is all one term. Okay? Someone brought up just a number, 15. A constant by itself is a monomial as well. Okay? One more example of a monomial just for funsies, Kylie?
X squared over y.
X squared over y would be a monomial as well. If it had like a fraction from that too, if it was like 1/3 x squared over y, which I guess you just write it x squared over 3y. Anyway, yes, okay, a monomial as well. What does the prefix by mean? 2. So what? There you go. See, we can define these just by looking at that. A binomial is an expression with 2 terms. An expression with 2 terms. Which means that you're going to have some addition or subtraction here. Okay. So the one that was brought up earlier, 15x plus 15y, that would be a binomial because it has 2 terms. Vince, Jack, I really don't want to have to stop class for the 2 of you. If this is going to be a problem, then let's solve it now.
Yep.
Okay. Give me another example of a binomial. Sophie.
10 plus 9.
So 10 plus 9 is interesting. 10 plus 9 would actually be a monomial when simplified because 10 and 9 can be combined, right?
Yeah.
So to have a true binomial, you have to have terms that can't be combined. We can't combine 15x and 15y because the variables are different, okay? But 10 plus 9 can be combined to be 19. So what would we have to add to one of those to make it work? Sophie? Sure. Let's add an n to 9. Now it's a binomial. Okay. Bryn?
7y minus 3x.
7y minus 3x is a binomial. Claire, with a T.
X minus one.
X minus y is a binomial as well. Okay. Prefix try, William.
3.
What?
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
A try? That means trig.
Yeah, like trimester, tricycle, right? Triangle. The prefix try means 3. Trying. No. That would be an expression with 3 terms. Gideon, warning for you. Mean.
I heard that.
We don't put other people down. An expression with 3 terms. Examples. I gave you a little more space to write these examples out because they are obviously going to be longer, being three terms. So give me an example, Jack.
15 plus 14.
We like 15 here.
13 and
Sorry, 15 plus what?
plus, wait, no,
14.
sorry, 15x
Okay.
plus 14z plus 1a.
Sure. 15x plus 14z plus a would be a trinomial. None of those terms can be combined. Arlene.
A plus B plus C.
A plus b plus c would be a trinomial as well. None of those can be combined. One more, Elliot.
C squared plus a squared plus b squared.
Yes. I get vibes of the Pythagorean theorem there. But yeah, that works too. None of those can be combined. And then after 3, we kind of lose our creativity for the prefix. The word poly means what?
5 many.
Just many, okay? Which kind of brings in, if you never thought about before, the game Monopoly, Monopoly. Your job is to be the one who owns many, right? The one who owns everything. That's where the word monopoly comes from, Monopoly. So, polynomial, folks, this is kind of important. A polynomial includes a trinomial, a binomial, a monomial. It's any expression, but if it's 4 or more terms, we don't give it this specific name. So to say that 15x plus 15y is a polynomial is also correct, but it's most correct to classify that as a binomial because it has that special name. But a polynomial, for our purposes, how we're going to think about it, is an expression with 4 or more terms. An expression with 4 or more terms. Yes, Aiden.
Can I say one?
Sure, Aiden.
1000x plus 1,000,000y.
1000x plus 1,000,000y. That's only a binomial.
Plus 2a plus 3c.
Plus 2a
Right, Maya.
plus
write our own.
3c.
Right
We
around.
just say 10.
Sure, it doesn't matter. Another example of polynomial, William.
1a plus 1b plus 1c plus 1d.
A plus b plus c plus d is a polynomial. Jack, last one.
X plus z plus x plus y plus a.
Sure, that works as well. Okay. Questions on the term. So when you do have your definition quiz, when that does happen, all of these wise old owl, all of these terms would be potential questions for that quiz. Yes.
For the vocab question, is it the try one thing too, or only try?
It can include everything. I'll focus on tries 2 and 3 since you're specifically told to keep your try 2 binder. But in theory, it could contain any definition we've had throughout the course of the year. But it'll focus on tries 2 and 3.
And it's
Okay. Steps to write a polynomial in standard form, which is what you're going to need to do whenever you have a polynomial as an answer. First of all, you want to combine all like terms. Okay, like we had earlier, that 10 plus 9, we want to combine that first, so that we're getting the most specific, most concise expression possible. And then number 2, order the terms in, almost wrote it backwards, greatest to least power here's where I should have put two lines here. Or if the powers are the same, then alphabetical by variable. Okay? Order the terms in greatest to least power, or if the powers are the same, alphabetical by variable. Order the terms in greatest to least power, or if the powers are the same, alphabetical by variable. Your directions here says write each expression in standard form and classify it as a monomial, binomial, trinomial, or polynomial. 12x cubed plus 3x cubed. Can we combine it?
Yes.
Yes. So is it a binomial? No. When we combine this to be 15x cubed, it is a monomial. Okay. And why are we able to combine this one? If you're confused as to why we're able to, Vince? But why can we combine these terms to whereas other ones we couldn't?
They have the
Same variable
same
to the same power, right? Whatever x cubed is, whatever value it is, we have 12 of them, then we get 3 more of the same thing. So we have a total of 15 of that thing, or 15x cubed. Next one. What do you think? Elliot?
I just have a question.
Yes.
So for this, would 15x plus 15x cubed be a binomial?
Yes. Because in order to combine the terms, same variable to the same power. And the reason for that is because x is a different value than x cubed is. Okay. Rowan? It's a monomial. Why? Because you have n to the 5th, you have 14 of them, you lose 4, you get 2 of them back, 12 n to the 5th. Monomial. Next one. Aiden. Binomial. Why?
Because you can combine the 5xy squared and 10xy squared.
Yep. Even if you've got multiple variables, x, y squared, it's the same thing. Whatever x, y squared is, you've got 5 of them, you get 10 more of that same thing. Therefore, they can be combined. And then the minus 12 being a constant, we cannot combine that with the 15x, y squared. Thus, it is a binomial. Okay. The next one. Kylie.
Binomial.
Binomial, what does it simplify to be?
9x plus 5y.
9x plus 5y. Pay attention to signs here. That negative sign belongs to the 3x. It's a subtraction sign that also kind of doubles as a negative sign for the 3. So you've got negative 3 x's. You get 12 more of them. Total, that gives you 9. Negative 3 plus 12. Right? And then for the y's, you've got 7. That subtraction sign with the 2 belongs to it. So 7 minus 2, that would give you 5y. And even though 5y plus 9x would be the same value, standard form, the 9x term should come first because order the terms in greatest power or greatest to least power, they're both the same. Therefore, you go to alphabetical. Okay? Therefore, you go to alphabetical. Questions so far?
No.
Okay. What's one down below that looks particularly worth our time? Sophie? Second one, so it's the last row or the second row? The negative 9x cubed?
Yeah.
Okay. Negative 9x cubed plus 10x to the 5th minus x to the 5th plus 2x cubed plus 18x cubed. Let's combine like terms first. What can we combine here? Well, we can combine all of them with something about all of them together to make one. So let's kind of take it step by step here. What can we combine? Kylie?
Negative 9x cubed, 10x cubed, and negative x. Nope, never mind.
Well, the negative 9x cubed would have to go with the other x cubed terms, right? So negative 9x cubed could be combined with a positive 2x cubed and the positive 18x cubed, which ultimately, when you put all that together, gives us how many x cubes? Elliot? 11, right? The 2 and the 18 give us 20. Minus 9 leaves us with positive 11. So I'll write my 11x cubed down below. What else can I combine? Bryn?
10x to the fifth, and negative x to the fifth.
Yeah, and what's the coefficient in front of this negative x to the fifth here? It's not written, but it's 1, right? And in fact, it's a negative 1. So how many x to the fifth do I have all in all? 9. 10 minus 1 would give us 9. Is this in standard form?
No.
It is not. Okay? Greatest to least exponents. 5 being greater than 3, we should then switch this around to be 9x to the fifth plus 11x cubed. And that would be standard form. And what type of nomial is it? A binomial. All right? We'll do one more together. Elliot?
Negative 4n9 plus 12n7.
The first one in the last row. Yes, that's all that is required. Okay. What can we combine? Someone haven't heard from me today. Let's get a new contributor. Claire, without a T.
Negative 4, 9, and positive.
Negative 4n to the
4
ninth
and 9.
and positive 4n to the ninth. What does that combine to be? 0n to the ninth, which 0n to the ninth is really just the same as 0, right? Because if whatever n to the ninth is, if we have 0 of that, or think about it as multiplying, 0 times n to the ninth, 0 times anything is 0. So these completely cancel out. Okay? Completely cancel out. What else can we combine? Someone new. Someone new. I've heard from you. I've heard from you. I've heard from you. Heard from you. I've heard from you too. What else can we combine, folks? Take a look. Oh, is it time to go?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Okay, we can also combine the 12 and the 7. Minus 10, minus 2, all gives us 0. So it cancels out.
Just 6.
Just 6. When all is said and done is a monomial, just 6. Finish this page for tomorrow. Homework CO45. Due tomorrow. It's a wonderful day. That's how you math.
Don't forget
Bye-bye.